We were wondering which teams were going to be showing up, and Alula is one of those teams, Neptura, that ends up showing up.
Finally pulled off in a massive 23-point game, and Max, when the overall rankings, when the points when they're so close together, 23 points is massive.
That's a lot of points on board for Alula. I wonder how close they're going to be to the top 6 after a performance like that, though. It's insane how easy it is to get wins when you don't waste all your smokes minute 1 of those matches. Wow, Smoke's pretty good, and Blank has hit you. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Blank.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And since we have Blank here, actually, Blank, you look very stylish. You know what else you can do to look stylish in-game? Just log in, get into PUBG Mobile, and check out that PMWC Lucky Spin, because it is available right now. So make sure you go spin for it before it goes away. It was co-created with PvP creator Nana. You do have the Electron Energy set, the Proton Power set, and the Alien Infusion Grossa, which ends up glowing just like Blank is glowing throughout this whole PMWC.
Oh, shucks, man.
Oh, shucks. Blank, but now that we have you here, I put you on the spot. Which team is not going to make it?
Whoa, triples. I don't think Nongshim Red Force is making it.
Oh, I'm with you, actually.
What was that? What you said?
Sorry.
But he's right, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a team that really hasn't been playing that well like we expect them to, right? They just been too passive. They did end up having that good game, but it was because they didn't have to move. The fight was just coming to them.
The game played it for them pretty much. But there have been other instances like that, and again, I want to go back to groups for them where they played Sosnovka, they played Central, I believe it was Tiamba on the outside. The thing was is that they played that game. I thought they did fairly well, but even their coaches and their staff came across after them and said, we got very lucky on that one. I didn't quite believe it. I somewhat believe it now, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, actually, the game after that game, because they got back-to-back chicken dinner on the island, right? That was actually a very good game, in my opinion. They had a very good flex out. They had a big split, getting so much information, and end up getting, in my opinion, their best game of the tournament so far. But we haven't seen that Nongshim Red Force domination yet, even on their win earlier today. As we said, it was not PUBG Mobile. It was an idle game, it felt like, and they just didn't have to do much.
I mean, to be fair, they did kind of pull back a little bit of something in this last game, right? We saw them on that edge, trying to do a lot of things, trying to get... They're very aggressive, very quick on the... disengage to move elsewhere, try, really good on the reaction times if they got knocked, if somebody tried to do something. But ultimately it didn't work out. It did work out for Quick here, though. Look at this nade. It's the 1v3. Yes, 2 are knocked. It doesn't matter. It's a nade. A nade is a nade. Boom! Down they all go, leaving Kenji just going, I'm all alone. Please help me. And no one's there to help him. He does try. He tries his best to come on through here, but yeah, it's an Alula game. It was from, I think, like stage 6. Honestly, the spread that they had over this was just making sure that they had all that control.
I don't know. I feel like there was quite a few people who could have won this game. Overall, right now, I think that Max was making a great point earlier behind the scenes in our little cupboard that we go back to during these segments. Our dungeon that we live in. He was saying basically that for a lot of these teams right now, they're playing with a huge amount of pressure, and the pressure is really, really hard when you get to survival stage. It's 10 teams going out, 6 in. For Group B, it's way, way easier. Group A and Group B, just because it's only 3 teams that go out, you're guaranteed another opportunity going forward. I think it's making up these teams make some kind of ridiculous maneuvers right now.
We're talking about that team. One team that we really need to touch base on once again, because this is going to be the final match. It's a team that might not be able to qualify. It is AGAL, because that team is currently in contention for the club championship. You can see them in first place for club championship. If they're not able to make it to finals, they're not going to be getting any points for PUBG Mobile here, Max.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough one. If they do not make it to the finals here, Team Falcons, all those guys are going to try and make a big catch-up. But Vitality in particular, with how they played in their group, again, if you win a game, right, you get 1,000 points. So Vitality, they could be actually on the heels of the top squads.
Vitality.
Oh no, he's back. He's back. Well, let's take a look at the overalls. We're going to be heading into the final match of survival stage here at PMWC at EWC26. You can see some of their squads, but we're just going to be keeping a close eye on how close everything is right now.
For me, I think the funniest thing right now is that Alula is once again being the team that is knocking out Alpha 7 after that last game, just shunting them right now.
Wait, yeah.
It's happening all over again. It feels bad. It really does. But I think Alpha 7 can still make it. I think they've had some really promising performances today, Max. And Neptura, honestly, for me, I think Miramar has always been a map that has surrounded Alpha 7, and it has come to them in their time of need.
It has, yeah. We have seen many a comeback on off the back of a Miramar game. So the last one being Miramar, I think, yeah, it is all to play for. What they couple of points behind the top 6. You know, you do have Goat that had an awesome game, awesome few games, but then have kind of dwindled a little bit. There, A7's right on their heels.
Absolutely, but I think the biggest thing for me right now is that Alpha 7 is still smiling. They still look happy. They're pretty much, okay, I'll be honest, they're the only team that still looks happy of everyone down there.
When do they not? Especially with all the noise that the fans have been making that have been really giving Max a headache.
Yeah, looking at the rankings, I want us to all try and agree. Like, who do we think is already locked in 100%? I would say Fiorian above for me. No way they jump out of top 6. But Wolves, Goat Team, Nongshim, Red Force, if there's a big shuffle happening here, those 3 teams, if they really mess it up on this last match, could fall out of the top 6.
Wolves. I actually have Wolves even in as well, just because of the difference in points with the other squads.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
How about you,
analysis?
I think I kind of have to agree with Max. Part of me wants to go,
fair.
well, it's only 1 point difference.
Fair.
It's very fair, yeah. I think so. I want to say it's like, oh, it's only 1 point difference, so actually it should be second place and above are safe. But you also have to think about which 4 teams that are currently outside of the top 6 are going to come in to replace Furia and below. That is going to be the hard part, right? So even though there's only 1 point difference between them, or maybe 2, it's not going. There's 4 teams are not going to do it. So Ulf isn't going to do it. Geeke probably not. And the points now, there's a much bigger gap. So yeah, I am going to say that it's going to be the bottom 3 of the top 6.
Blank, even when we're looking at the second page, Team RRQ, like they could still make that push, right? Especially with the way that Nongshim has been playing, that some of the teams, especially from 5th place to 6th place, they could make that push all the way to top 6.
It is a great point that you make. I almost threw the mic at you there. It's a great. That's fair. It's a great point you make though, because honestly, from what we see in survival stage right now, we haven't seen massive matches so far. As the crowd does get a little bit loud. Yeah, we haven't seen massive matches. I think some of the biggest games we've seen have been 11 eliminations, 13 eliminations, and I think that's what is skewing our idea. Someone could still come out on this last game and get a 17-15 elimination game with a chicken dinner. That's 25 points. That can rocket you just into the top 6 if you're quite low down.
Yep.
The thing is, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask you a question, because we have seen it in the past too for PUBG Mobile Esports as well, especially when we go into a match like this, where a lot of teams have absolutely nothing to lose. They're going to be playing without that pressure on their shoulders. What does that end up happening, especially with teams that are towards the top? They end up playing passive, and we can see sometimes that they get kind of caught with their pens down for those teams that are being passive.
It definitely opens up an opportunity, right, for the teams in the middle of the pack, because your teams at the top that used to dominate, your Tiambas, etc., maybe going to slow it down a bit, because we're in, right? We don't have to go extra hard. Teams in the middle like RRQ that we just talked about, I think is a team that could actually try and go very hard on this one. Maybe not to the point of hot dropping. I would never recommend it.
Lap hard.
I want to see actually Nepeko do well. I feel like Nepeko sold us some really good moments at the start of this year, but it's been a bit more silent here. We can see some players getting together. Well, Alula, you guys are already in.
They're celebrating.
That's a celebration. It looked a bit sad and somber, but they are happy.
Yeah. They should be celebrating. They put themselves in a great spot to go to this last match. If we can get a chance to see that overall one more time, I would love to see, especially the first match, just to see how close everything is right now between some of their squads. So let us know in the comments below too. Who do you think is going to be secure before we go into the last match? I think Wolves might have done enough, Blank, for them to be able to secure it, especially when you got E-Arena with 69 points. You got to remember, not only do they have to get those extra 9 points, they have have to make sure that Wolves and those teams above or below also stop performing. They need to stop getting those points.
Yeah, I think the promising thing about Fury, and I'll come back to Wolves, I promise, but the promising thing about Fury is they're still making some mad dashes, they're still making some aggressive rotations, they still have that fight in them. Some other teams are just waiting around a lot for the game to come to them. However, for the Wolves, Seven, I do believe that this is a team that can stay in. They are locking in a big way. Yes, they've made mistakes, but there's constant adapting going on for this squad. I believe in them. I believe in Elementrix, dude.
Yeah, I mean, really happy, especially Necessary, right? He was one of the top players at the very start of this group, so NA, it could be looking good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be heading to the final match of survival stage here at PMWC at EWC26. Who's going to be joining those teams that are already in the finals? We're about to find out with who the top 6 are and who are the rest that are going to be getting those keys crushed. Hot Jukes, Jackie, take it away.
Thank you so much to the desk for breaking that down beautifully here. We have 5 matches in the books. All right, guys, this is it. We've played all the games, we've done all the math, and now there's nowhere left to hide. One final game. If you're sitting on that cutoff line, forget playing it safe. You've got to make something happen right now. The pressure doesn't get any bigger than this. Here we go with the final match of the survival stage, live here in Paris, France, at the Esports World Cup. This is the PMWC, and it's time to make it happen.
Right here, right now. Hopes and dreams will be crushed for some of these squads. 2 former champions that could potentially not make it to the finals. Paris, France, let's hear it!
Let's go! It's time. As you can see, all the players anxious in their seats. I only saw one smile on the board, and that was one of the Tianvo players, because they know they got nothing to worry about right here. But what is the Tianva team gonna do? They're sitting at the top. They are the kings of this lobby right now. And they could also be the executioners. They could say, you know what? You're going home. This is it, the end of the line. Will they decide to hunt some teams down? Which teams will be able to survive that onslaught? It's time to find out.
Tiambas with a butcher blade ready to swing and chop down the other teams. For everyone else, Jukes, this really is a gauntlet. One wrong step, one misplay, a single elim for your squad, and that could be the difference.
Oh my goodness. Thing we were talking about earlier too is, yeah, with Tiamba, everybody knows everybody's drop locations. They can hunt you down. They can camp out your drop spot, your rotational path, and make it annoying for you. Let's just see what's gonna happen though. Teams popping out of these planes. A beautiful plane path here for this circle. Alpha 7 are gonna be able to get El Pozo. That is a huge drop location for them. What kind of circle are we gonna deal with though here, Jackie? That is the question. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Hey, the EWC doesn't disappoint one bit.
Mate, if we did get something normal, after all the circles we've had throughout survival, it would be wrong. I'm glad we finished it like this.
Oh, man, I know we're glad, but these players are like, are you kidding me? They're going to have to get on the road here mighty fast. You got Alpha 7 in El Pozo. They need to get in their vehicles and get moving. This circle might as well be a zone 3, 4, because so much water is in play here. You got to be able to get one of those dominant positions, especially those teams lower down the leaderboards, because just a regular, 3-point chicken dinner ain't gonna cut it. You will need some serious points.
Got to bring the heat, man, fully. No more chance for mistakes, but chances for you to get yourself some beautiful skins. So, of course, head on in-game, give that lucky spin a go, and draw for a piece of that exclusive 2026 PMWC tournament set. You don't want to miss it, much like these teams do not want to miss out. in one of those coveted 6 places to qualify for our finals.
Oh man, so much to talk about, so much to keep your eye on. Just a quick reminder for anybody that's just been tuning in here at the last second. First off, you missed one heck of a show, I'll tell you that right now. But you came in right on time because this is it. Last game, top 6 is it or nothing. AGAL, the squad really wanting their team to make it into that top 6, not just to make it into the finals for them personally, but also for their entire organization that is battling it out here at the Esports World Cup for those champion points. And if they don't make it into the finals, they ain't getting any.
Yeah, it's even more brutal there, bro. That club championship sort of looming over you. For so many of our other squads, it's about doing yourself justice, holding that jersey on your chest, and knowing that the organization that supports you is going to be proud with the plays that you've made. Don't leave your fate in the hands of other teams, and that's a very real possibility with what we've got going on in the lobby right now.
Oh, man. Just looking at the points so far, if you are a GAL, honestly, you need to win here. Like, it's either win or go home. We got to look at it. I mean, 75 points is Nongshim Red Force, and this is if they don't even get any points on the board, right? So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. The odds